Welcome you all. In today's session, we are going to discuss investment avenues. There is a number of investment avenues available in India. Among them, now we are going to know several post office schemes. Before knowing these schemes, first we have to know what is an investment. Yes, investment means an investment is the commitment of monetary instrument for a period of time in order to deserve future gains or some value which is higher than the principal amount, which compensates the investors for the time period of investment, the expected rate of inflation, the uncertainty of the future payments. Next, importance of investment. The first important is generates income. Investment serves as an efficient tool for providing periodic and regular income to people. Earning return in the form of interest and dividend is one of the important objective of the investment process. Second one is wealth creation. Creation of wealth is another important role played by an investment activity. It helps investor in wealth creation through appreciation of their capital over the time. Third one is tax benefits. It enables people in availing various tax benefits and saving their incomes. Under Section 80C of Income Tax Act, individuals can save up to rupees 1,50,000. Yes, 1,50,000 is the maximum limit. Many people prefer to go for an investment for taking numerous tax benefits. Fourth one, economic development. Investment activities plays an efficient role in Indian economy. Investment serves as a mean for bringing together those who have sufficient funds and one who are in need of funds. It enables in capital creation and leads to economic development of the country. Last one, meet financial goal. Investment activities support people in attaining their long-term financial goals. Next, we are going investment avenues in India: post office, bank deposit, public deposit, real estate, investment in gold and silver, shares, debentures, mutual funds, derivatives and commodities. Post office. The post office savings bank is the oldest and by far the largest banking system in the country, serving the investment need of both urban and rural clients. These services are offered as an agency service for the Ministry of Finance, Government of India. Different types of schemes in the post office: post office savings account, post office recurring deposit, post office monthly income scheme, post office time deposit 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, Kishan Vikas Patra, Public Provident Fund, Suganya Samriddhi Yojana, National Savings Certificate, Senior Citizen Savings Scheme. The interest rates are given in the slide. The interest rates are reviewed every quarter by the government for these schemes. There is no tax deduction for post office savings account, post office recurring deposit, post office monthly income scheme, post office time deposit 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, Kishan Vikas Patra. Some schemes having tax deduction benefits there are Post Office Time Deposit 4 year, Public Provident Fund, Suganya Samriddhi Yojana, National Savings Certificate, Senior Citizen Savings Scheme. Interest amount is not taxable for Public Provident Fund, Suganya Samriddhi Yojana and National Savings Certificate. Other schemes interest amount is chargeable to tax. Post Office Savings Account. Post Office Saving Account is similar to a saving account in a bank. It is a safe investment alternative to park those funds which an individual investor might need to cash fully or partially at very short period of time. This account suits for those people who live in rural and semi-rural areas where bank facilities are very less. This account can be opened with a minimum of rupees 50 and maximum of rupees 1 lakh by an individual. For a joint account, the upper limit is 2 lakhs, but there is no limit for group, institutional or official capacity account. Withdrawal from the account is by check and there are no restriction on withdrawals unlike commercial banks. Accounts have to maintain minimum balance. The rate of interest is fixed by the central government from time to time. Recurring deposit account. Recurring deposit account is a systematic way of saving money. The scheme is meant for those investors who want to deposit a fixed amount regularly on monthly basis in order to get lots of sum after 5 years on the maturity of the account. The recurring deposit account can be opened at any post office. Period of maturity of account is 5 years. The scheme covers free life insurance cover after receiving contribution for 24 months on account of denomination of rupees 5, rupees 10, rupees 15 or rupees 20. Next scheme. Post Office Monthly Income Scheme. Monthly income schemes provides for monthly payment of interest income to investors. It is meant for investors who want to invest a lump sum amount initially and earn interest on a monthly basis for their livelihood. So this scheme is mainly opt for retired persons. The account can be opened by a single adult or 2 to 3 adults jointly, but maximum number is 3. Period of maturity is 6 years. Only one deposit can be made in an account. Minimum deposit amount is 1000. Maximum of rupees 4,50,000 and rupees 9 lakh can be deposited in single account and joint account respectively. It can be closed on expiry of 5 years from the date of opening by submitting prescribed application form with the passbook at concerned post office. However, in case any account holder dies before the maturity, the account may be closed and amount will be refunded to nominee or legal heirs. In that case, interest will be paid up to the preceding month in which refund is made. Next scheme is Post Office Time Deposit. Fixed deposit option for period ranging from 1 to 3 to 5 years with facility to draw yearly interest offered at compound rates. The account can be opened by a single adult or 2 to 3 adults jointly. Account can be opened with minimum of rupees 1000 and a multiple of rupees 100. No maximum limit for investment. The annual interest may be credited to the saving account of the account holder by submitting application. The investment under 5-year time deposit qualify for the benefit of Section 80C of Income Tax Act 1961. If the account is closed in a premature manner, no deposit shall be withdrawn before the expiry of 6 months from the date of deposit. If time deposit account closed after 6 months but before 1 year, post office savings account interest rate will be applicable. If 2, 3 or 5 year time deposit account prematurely closed after 1 year, interest shall be calculated 2% less than of time deposit interest rate, that is 1, 2, 3 years for completed years, and for part period less than a year, post office savings interest rates will be applicable. Time deposit account can be closed prematurely by submitting prescribed application form with passbook at concerned post office. Next scheme, Kishan Vikas Patra. The account can be opened by a single adult or 2 to 3 adults jointly. Account can be opened with minimum of rupees 1000 and in multiple of rupees 100. No maximum limit for investment. Any number of accounts can be opened under the scheme. Amount invested doubles in 124 months, that is 10 years 4 months. The deposit shall mature on the maturity period prescribed by the Ministry of Finance from time to time as applicable on the date of deposit. Next scheme is Public Provident Fund, simply says PPF. The account can be opened by a single adult or 2 to 3 adults jointly. Only one account can be opened all across the country, either in post office or any bank. Minimum deposit rupees 500 in a financial year. Maximum deposit is rupees 1,50,000 in a financial year. Deposits can be made in lump sum or in installments. Account can be opened by a check or cash. Deposits qualify for deduction under Section 80C of Income Tax Act. Interest shall be applicable as notified by Ministry of Finance on quarterly basis. If in any financial year minimum deposit of rupees 500 is not made, the said PPF account shall become discontinued. Loan can be taken after the expiry of 1 year from the end of financial year in which the initial subscription was made. That is, account opened during 2010 to 11, loan can be taken in 2012 to 13. Loan can be taken up to 25% of balance to his credit at the end of the second year immediately preceding the year in which loan is applied. That is, if loan taking during 2012 to 13, 25% of balance credit on 31/3/2011. Only one loan can be taken in a financial year. Second loan shall not be provided till first loan was not repaid. If loan repaid within 36 months of the loan taken, loan interest rate at 1% per annum shall be applicable. If loan repaid after 36 months of the loan taken, loan interest rate at 6% per annum shall be applicable. Loan withdrawal facility is not available on discontinued accounts. Next scheme is Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. The name itself we can identify the scheme for girl child. Yes, this scheme is for girl child who can open the account by the guardian in the name of girl child below the age of 10 years. Only one account can be opened in India, either in post office or in any bank in the name of a girl child. This account can be opened for a maximum of 2 girls in a family. Provided in case of twins, triplets, girls birth more than 2 accounts can be opened. Minimum of rupees 250 and maximum of rupees 1,50,000 in a financial year. Subsequent deposit in multiple of rupees 50. Deposits can be made in lump sum basis. No limit on number of deposits either in a month or in a financial year. The interest rate shall be credited to the account at the end of each financial year. In that account will be operated by the guardian till the girl child attains the age of maturity, that is 18 years. Withdrawal may be taken from the account at the girl child attains age of 18 or past 10th standard. National Savings Certificate, popularly known as NSC, is a time-tested tax-saving instrument that combines adequate returns with high safety. It can be purchased by an adult in his or her own name or on behalf of a minor, a trust, two adults jointly, Hindu undivided family, etc. This certificate is available in the denomination of the rupees 100, 500, 1000, 5000 and rupees 10,000. There is no maximum limit on the purchase of this certificate. Period of maturity of certificate is 5 years. Maturity value of a certificate of any other denomination is at proportionate rate. Premature encashment of the certificate is not permissible except at a discount in case of death of the holders, forfeiture by a pledge and when ordered by a court of law. Deposits qualify for deduction under Section 80C of Income Tax Act. Next scheme is Senior Citizen Savings Scheme. Senior Citizen Savings Schemes offers fixed investment option for senior citizens for a period of 5 years, which can be extended at a higher rate that are paid in quarterly installments. 7.4% interest per annum payable from the date of deposit of 31st March, 30th September, 31st December in the first instance, and thereafter interest shall be payable on 31st March, 30th June, 30th September and 31st December. There shall be only one deposit in the account in multiples of rupees 1000, maximum not exceeding of rupees 15 lakhs. Investment under the scheme qualifies for the tax deduction under Section 80C of Income Tax Act 1961. Who can open this account? An individual above 60 years of age can open this account. If the individual is a retired civilian employee above 55 years of age and below 60 years of age, they can open the account, but the condition is that investment to be made within 1 month of receipt of retirement benefits. If the individual is a retired defense employee above 50 years of age and below 60 years of age can deposit, but the condition is the investment to be made within 1 month of receipt of retirement benefits. Account can be opened as individual capacity or jointly with the spouse only. The whole amount of deposit in joint account, it is attributable to the first account holders only. Account closure on maturity. Account may be closed after 5 years from the date of opening by submitting prescribed application form with passbook at concerned post office. In case of death of the account holder, the date of death, account shall be earned interest at the rate of post office savings account. In case spouse is a joint holder or a sole nominee, account can be continued till maturity of spouse is eligible to open senior citizen savings scheme account and not have another senior citizen savings scheme account. Extension of account. Account holder may extend the account for a further period for 3 years from the date of maturity by submitting prescribed form with passbook at concerned post office. Account can be extended within 1 year of maturity. Extended account shall earn interest at the rate applicable on the date of maturity. Students, in this session, we learned so many investment schemes available in post office. In the next session, I will catch you with the next topic. Thank you, students.